Hello, 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 everybody. I am NoLucksGiven, and we are here today to play some Eternal and do some drafting. I gotta win 5 games in Draft or Forge, deal a little bit more damage with time cards, and what else do we want to do? I'm gonna reroll this flying one, see if we can also deal 100 damage with shadow cards. I'll get both of these done regardless in due time here, so not super concerned with being a time warrior or a shadow warrior today, but I definitely do want to be a tactician, and I'll probably also get my first win of the day at some point. You know what? Let's go ahead and get our first win of the day first. And I think we have to do that in either ranked or casual mode. So we can either play with our Fire Shadow deck that got us Masters last season, or Praxis Volt Owls. I think they're both pretty consistent. Let's do this one that got us Masters last season. So I did stream a little bit. I think it's just up on my Twitch channel. It might be up on my YouTube channel as well. I can't quite remember. But basically, I just kind of threw this deck together. It's slightly budgeted because, I only own 3 Argenport Instigators. I probably should just craft another Argenport Instigator and some of the other commons, or not commons, but if this is called this is called a rare. So craft some of the other rares and things that the deck requires. Going to play our Warcry cards first here. Recano Outlaw this turn, and then probably Argenport and Oni Ronin next turn. Our opponent is also playing Stone Scar, so they might have some answers to our creatures. We could play our own Argenport Instigator and then suffocate theirs, so that way we hit them for 2 damage and then can attack in for 2 damage. I kind of like that. Basically, if my opponent's going to play another Argenport Instigator or something similar next turn, we're going to have to clear that out of the way. Though the other thing, if we just play Oni Ronin Suffocate, we can still play both of these 2-drops next turn. So let's do that and just commit as much Warcry to the board as we possibly can. We deny ourselves 1 point of damage here by not having Argenport Instigator in play, and potentially 1 more damage next turn by not being able to attack for 3. But the opportunity to potentially Warcry more will potentially benefit us here. Yeah, because I can attack freely into Oni Ronin. They're going to suffocate our Outlaw here. And they're going to suffocate our Oni Ronin. Okay. Well, I guess that's another reason not to have our Argenport Instigator in play. It would have died to suffocate rather than our weaker creatures dying to suffocate, obviously. Obsidian Golem notwithstanding here. I will definitely trade off Obsidian Golem for Oni Ronin. That way, if my opponent has a quick shot, we lose our worst creature. It doesn't actually make them spend a trick, but I definitely would rather keep my Argenport Instigator safe. And then also the... Alright, so they're going to kill off our Argenport Instigator, and then are they going to attack us? They could. I kind of like them attacking here. I think that play would make sense for them. Yep. Alright, so... No, they don't. Interesting. Alright, let's just smack for 2 and then play a Champion of Chaos then. Now this gives them a good target if they've got another Power Blast, Flame Blast, or the Overwhelm burn spell. They can fire it off on our better creature here, but they're just going to go with Impending Doom and pass the turn. They've not gotten a single Warcry. We can swing in with our Champion of Chaos. We're also kind of free to attack with Obsidian Golem, because if they block with Impending Doom, we'll just torch it off. So both of these attacks seem fine. Obviously, Longshot Marksman is not a great blocker of things Oni Ronin. But you know what? 7 damage to the face, I'll take that. If my opponent swings with both of their creatures, we take 7 down to 17. They'll drop down to 11 at the end of their turn. And then, yeah, if they A-space here, we win. Good game, my friend. So they go down to 11. End of turn. We will torch them and then attack them for 9. Easy enough. Alright, so that's Stone Scar. Aggro. You've seen it all before. It's not that crazy of a deck, but I am here to show, you know what, it can be played with a little bit of budgetary cards here. There's our first win of the day bonus. I will open all packs at the end of the stream. Holy moly, 34 packs. Oh, you know what? That's because they added the the leveling update, so you can like level up your factions and stuff. So I've got a lot of packs to open up at the end of the stream. For right now, let's jump into draft, and I'm going to just throw the fact that we've got 34 packs to open in the stream title. All right, without further ado, let's hop into a draft-a-rooney here. I also have a bunch of gold from all of those level up things, so we'll be looking to spend all this gold in some draft battles soon enough here. I see a legendary creature, Elias, the Broken Wing, flying Lifesteal Revenge. I'm gonna take it. That's a lot of justice influence requirements, so we are definitely going to keep that in mind, but this card has got to be way too sweet to pass up here. Victor's Cry, Snapping Brushstalker, they're okay. This card I've never really played with, but I've always kind of been curious about. And after that, it's probably Marksman, Cupbearer, and Pummel. None of the other cards really stick out that much, but I'm going to take the legendary creature, Elias the Broken Wing, and going to try to pick up some more Justice cards to facilitate me playing that. Could also take Island's Choice. That is also a really good card. In this pack, I'm looking at Island's Choice, Sparring Partner, Averex, Familiar, maybe after that. I do really want to stay Justice, and Island's Choice is a Justice card. It is a kill spell. I think I want to take Island's Choice here. The negate an enemy spell is not super relevant. It counters Harsh Rule for constructed purposes, but here it's probably just going to be a 3-mana kill spell. Kills an attacking big enemy unit, but not much of a choice. But you know what? I just realized this is Elias. This is Elias the Broken Wing. Oh, never mind. This is Island. I thought it was the same card, but let's just take it either way. Spellshield Architect is a card that I've really been wanting to play for a while, and Minotaur Duelist is good, but it's super expensive. I think Spellshield Architect is a pretty solid choice here. There's also a Hooru banner, which I'm slightly hesitant about passing, but if we just keep the Hooru cards coming, that's going to make our mana fixing really easy too, because maybe we will only have to play 3 colors. I'm not sure. That might be a little bit far-fetched in this current draft format. Argentport Stranger is not bad and will build us towards having 4 Justice Influence, which is one of the requirements that we're going to be looking for here at the end of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and take an on-color Stranger. Can take an Auric Bully, an off-color Stranger, a Spark card, a Life Force card. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I really need Auric Bully. I think I'd rather just have a Zenin Stranger. But a double off-color Zenin Stranger? Maybe it'll help us splash time cards or shadow cards in the future. I'll take it. I don't think it's that big of a cost losing the Bully in what looks to want to be a Hooru deck. Could take Surso's Meddling. This card's very expensive, obviously. But it's really the only card jumping out at me here. So I'm going to take the super expensive removal spell, and then I think I'm going to go for Hooru Banner. I do really like Sand Viper, as you guys know, and a 4-mana Hill Giant with Aegis is also pretty good, but I think just a Hooru's Banner build us towards Elias, the Broken Wing, is going to be pretty helpful. Icequake is a card that I have not yet gotten to play in draft, and it's insane. So, yeah, let's take an Icequake here. That makes me feel reasonable about being in Hooru and potentially even in Bant, meaning that, like, grabbing some time cards that can ramp our mana are potentially going to be good too. Weather the Storm, I guess, is the only playable here. Not excited to play it, but we'll keep it in mind. A second Icequake seems crazy good. I'll take a Stalwart Silverwing, though. Not excited about that one, or Icebow either. I'm actually going to hide Icebow. I think I'll keep the Silverwing here and take a look into this pack. We see another legendary Justice card with a lot of influence requirement. I would love to slap this bad boy on a... Oh, I can't remember the name of it. The Flying Lifesteal Aegis creature for 3 mana in the base set. I'll take this card regardless here. The only other options are Scorpion Wasp, Feeding Time, and Amber Monument. Maybe Ornamental Daggers and Dispel, but those are a lot farther behind. Augmented Form seems sweet. We just have to find some sweet Aegis creatures or Lifesteal creatures to throw it on. So yeah, here's some options. I think our Stormcaller, Bright Mace Paladin, Amber Acolyte, and Elysian Banner. And probably in about that order. What's up, Kaleri? How you doing, my friend? I think about that order is the order that I would pick up these cards in. So Bright Mace Paladin, the biggest thing with it is being able to give it +6/+6. That should just win the game on the spot, especially if we've spell shielded it. Stormcaller is just really, really good against some deck variants, and it is also a rarer card. It's an uncommon as opposed to a common, so we're going to see less Stormcallers. It's good at chopping down some flyers, too. I think we're going to get some flyers, being that we are in Hooru. Icequake's also pretty good at knocking some flyers out of the air. Icequake plus Stormcaller is a combo. It means you can knock out some 4 costing, or some 4 toughness things, 4 health. That's what I'm looking for. Bright Mace Paladin just seems so sweet with Augmented Form. Stormcaller seems just so powerful. We don't have any 4-drops yet either. All right, let's go ahead and take Stormcaller. It's going to make all sorts of combats difficult for my opponent, so that should be okay. I'll take an Inspire here. I'm not super inspired by Aerial Ace or Reinforce or Splashing Unlock Potential or Excavate or Battle Blur Centaur, so Inspire it is. There was also a Camel there, too, that we could think about splashing, but yeah, not excited about any of those cards. Elder's Feather also works with the Bright Mace Paladin that we did not pick up. It doesn't work with Elias because he already has flying, though it does give it 1 additional lifesteal. What else? What else? I guess just Treasury Guard as an early game blocker is fine. I'm not super excited by Treasury Guard ever. I would much rather have the 1/3 Warcry Endurance at 3 mana, but I think it's fine, and I don't think I want the Elder's Feather. Alright, I'll take Treasury Guard. District Infantry, mediocre. Felon Stranger, fixing. Emerald Acolytes. I think I'm just going to take Felon Stranger. It fixes us for Primal Mana, which could potentially be relevant. I like Rakano Stranger, but I also like both of these Justice cards here. Valkyrie Aspirant, it's just an early game flying blocker, and then late game it turns into a beast of a 5/5 flyer, and then Gilded Glaive, which is a +4/+4 weapon. We are a little short on dudes, but you know what? We got some strangers that I really don't mind playing, so if we have to play some strangers, that's fine. Here we go, another Bright Mace Paladin. It's going to make a lot of our cards a lot better. Passing a Scaly Gruon here, but I'm definitely excited to see a Bright Mace Paladin in the pack. Bright Mace Paladin pretty good with Stalwart Shield as well. It's not good on Treasury Guard, of course, but I think I will take Stalwart Shield. It would be like game breaking on Elias. It means that they're going to need a hard removal spell to clear that then. Take a Valkyrie Aspirant over a Rebuke. Violent Gust seems okay. I don't mind having one Violent Gust in my decks. We'll cut Aerial Ace. Though, you know what? At some point, Aerial Ace gets good because it is just an Aegis creature. Doesn't have lifesteal, but it does have that sweet, sweet Aegis. Crownwatch Spire I don't think is going to do too much for us. Swindle might be a little bit too slow. Shield Bash has got a lot of things going on. But I think I'll just take Rabble Rouser. It's good with Bright Mace Paladin, as is everything else. I'm just wishing I had more Bright Mace Paladins, aren't I? Alright. But yeah, I don't think that this is that powerful. So yeah, let's just take Rabble Rouser. Swindle just has no impact on the board, so it's a little bit tricky. And Scepter of Nobility, I think, is good enough. It's either that or a Yeti Snow Chugger or a Crafty Yeti. And I don't think that we really want either of those two cards here, so we'll take Scepter. Makes our deck a little bit more on the expensive side, but we can try to reduce the cost of cards in our deck here, taking a Sparring Partner. Then what do we have here? A Foothills Alpha and a Spiked Buckler. Foothills Alpha is really, really underwhelming. Spiked Buckler's just fine. Really just fine, but I think I will take it. 4 mana, 2/2 flyer. I feel like I'd rather have a Stranger, to be honest. Just a 1-color Stranger. Means we can cut Zenin Stranger. Alright, Hooru Banner. That's going to be a pretty good one. And when the Wielder, I always say Welder. When the Wielder dies, play a 2/2 Minotaur. It's only a 3 mana cost weapon. And it does make our Relic weapon cheaper. Our Scepter of Nobility. But I'm just going to take Hooru Banner here, I think. Trailblaze is also potentially fine, but I think just fixing our mana is probably the best. Can take a 2 mana 2/2. Jawbone Hatchet, Blood Call Invoker. You know what? I'm going to take a Blood Call Invoker because I own 0, and I don't think I'm going to play any of these other cards here. I don't like our spells dealing +2 damage, though I guess it is a pretty insane setup into Icequake. Alright, never mind, I sold myself. That seems crazy. Deal 5 to everything. Remember, I should be playing more along the fact that, like, all I really have to do with this deck is survive until I can play one of my 7 or 8 cost cards. And Bolt Crafter, I does think help you get there. It can block pretty much anything for a turn. It can even block a 5/4, and then immediately allows your Icequake to destroy said 5/4. So that seems good to me. I'm not going to play any of these cards here. And of course, because they're all commons, I own more than enough of all of them. I guess I'll take Zenin Stranger. But yeah, not gonna look at playing any of these cards really here. Probably gonna cut my other Zenin Stranger even too. I do really like Awakened Sentinel, and I already have enough Praxis Banners because I crafted those a long time ago. I guess I'll take another Weather the Storm. I think I'm not gonna play either of them. Don't think I'm gonna play this guy either. Ice Knuckle, Grunt. Lightning Storm. This is a very, very interesting pack here. Because a 4 mana, an Air Elemental with Warcry 2, a 5 mana 4/4 flyer, is very strong. But how strong is 2 damage to each unit in this very, very slow deck? Obviously, it kills a lot of our Strangers, which is what's making me shy away from it here. You know what? I think I'm going to take Silverwing Commander. I think this card's enough better. And we'll just have to look at some other ways to not lose ground in the early game. Second Sight's pretty mediocre. It's just a draw 1. Steadfast Deputy, also a little bit mediocre. But you know what? I'm going to take it. I think I'd rather play it than Weather the Storm. But talking about Storm, let's take Lightning Storm here. There's also Minotaur Grunt, which I do like better than the the 2/3 endurance. But Lightning Storm seems fantastic. So let's take that. And now we're going to look to play as few strangers as possible. I think Elder's Feather gets a lot better when we've got a Bright Mace Paladin in our deck. Question is, would we rather just take Seek Power, make the deck a little bit more consistent? I think Elder's Feather and Bright Mace Paladin really is that good. So let's take Elder's Feather here. All right, we have a kill spell in Mark of Shame and a counter spell in Backlash. Both are pretty mediocre, but I'm going to take Mark of Shame here. All right, all these cards are pretty terrible. Let's just rare draft here. Take the card that's going to be worth the most dust for us. And I'll do the same thing here. I guess there was an on-color Stranger I could have taken. I'm less excited about Strangers now that I've got Lightning Storm in the deck. So there's that. I'll take Crownwatch Longsword as a good card to partner with Bright Mace Paladin. A Time Splash definitely would have been free at this point. I don't think we're going to wind up splashing any time cards here, though. Definitely not going to splash a double time card. I'll take District Infantry. Not totally sure if we're going to play it. We're going to be a little bit short on playables, I think, though. So we shall see. All right, let's cut Cloud of Ash and cut all these red cards here. So I just want to do a once-over, see if we've cut any Justice cards. Looks like we have not. And have we cut any Primal cards? Just Ice Bow and Ice Knuckle Jotun. Those seem fine. And then I can cut Pilfer as well. And the only of these cards we've cut are the Zenin Strangers. How many cards do we have to cut here? Looks like we still have to cut a decent amount more, and that's good. Cut Elysian Banner. What do we want to cut? Like 10 more cards? That'll give us a 17-land deck. Sounds reasonable. So Steadfast Deputy seems quite underwhelming, though we do have some weapons that we can throw on it. So that's worth considering. This deck also has way too many weapons, probably. 7 attachments? That's a lot, even for a Scepter of Nobility deck. We're not really getting that many insane uses out of our weapon. Though, yeah, I guess being able to put them on endurance creatures and things like that isn't that horrible. Think about cutting District Infantry and then probably Stalwart Shield and though maybe Stalwart Shield is better. It's tough to compare Stalwart Shield and Spike Buckler. We're definitely going to want to cut at least one of them, right? And I don't like Stalwart Silverwing. Just don't like it. Oh yeah, let's definitely cut Northwind Herald. Okay. So now we want to cut 6 more cards. I'm still unsure on Surso's Meddling. Card is super, super expensive. So I think it's probably got to go. And then probably cutting one or both of those weapons. Potentially cutting Aerial Ace. As it is just so expensive. How are these Strangers looking? Maybe could cut one Stranger. Got a decent amount of 2s. I don't know if I like... Actually, we don't really have that many 2s. A lot of our 2s are spells, aren't they? Oh, we got both of these Weather the Storms as well. Okay. Yeah, we have to think about how much we want to cut our Aegis cards, because there's some combos to having Aegis creatures and having weapons here. I think I do like Stalwart Shield, and I think I'm going to keep in Spiked Buckler as well, which means I think I just cut District Infantry here. So right now this is exactly 15 lands in the deck. I like having one Violent Gust. We're going to be leaning on this lightning storm hard, aren't we? That's fine. We can make it work. I think I am going to keep in Surso's meddling. I think I got to just cut one of these guys. I don't think I can afford to cut any units, really. You know what? I might keep in both Spike Buckler and Stalwart Shield in favor of Elder's Feather. Just not sure we have enough to even put Elder's Feather on, whereas these actually make the creature into a reasonable defender. That really only goes on our Singleton Bright Mace Paladin, and I think we're just too light on creatures to try to cut any of our creatures here. Stick's really gotta survive. Might even want another stranger in it rather than these 5-drops. Yeah, I'm not sure what is better, Stalwart Shield or Spike Buckler. I think Stalwart Shield is better. And then play a 17 land deck, hoping to draw into Elias. Could also cut Backlash. I'm going to cut Backlash for a Skycrag Stranger. And then I'm going to add power. I want a bunch of Justice Sigils, yeah. Yeah, we want to make sure that half of our lands add Justice. So that way when we draw this guy, we can definitely cast him. We don't have that much in the way of double Primal. The Stormcaller is obviously very good, but we also have 2 Strangers giving us Primal mana. I'm going to give this a shot. Alrighty, did we get something playable? Well, we got the best card in our deck, Bright Mace Paladin, and we also got an Inspire that we can fire off turn 2 and hope to hit land drops with. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. Alrighty, let's play a 1-mana 1/1 on turn 1. There's no point holding on to this card till turn 9 here, hoping that that lets us power it up immediately. Inspire, and can we hit a land? No land yet, but we do have some crazy setup for this Bright Mace Paladin. All right, there goes our flyer. Amethyst Acolyte kills it off, and Primal Sigil right on time here. Bright Mace Paladin sounds good. So on our turn 4, we will make Bright Mace Paladin a student, but it's dead to Auric Warhammer. All right, so our student plans are gone, and I think I'm just going to play a sparring partner naked out on the field there. Sounds fine. If they clear it with their weapon, they lose their weapon. So I think their plan here is to just do this and then play a 4/4, at which point we'll attack into it. Oh, okay. This actually works out pretty well, I'd say. We get to attack into their weapon, and best case scenario is they don't even block. Okay. But they do block, which still means we get to play Steadfast Deputy. I'm debating just going Lightning Storm into Deputy, and if that's the plan, I can even wait another turn here. It means I take 6 damage, but it means we get potential higher upside on Lightning Storm here. So if they play like a big creature here, yeah, but it's got Reckless. That's going to be really tough. That means we just have to draw 2 more lands. Alright, I'm going to clear their thing and then make something that they have to weapon. So we're dead in 5 turns, but Scepter of Nobility or Silverwing Commander can stop their 3/3 lifesteal here. Alright, they're going to trade weapon off for our 2/2 and then play a 3/2. That's a pretty terrible draw. We're still a lot of mana off from casting Ice Wake. Alright, now we are dead next turn, and we've got to draw a 3-drop that will win us the game. No, sir. Unable to find it. We'll die to Dr. Stein in a pretty decisive pretty decisive way here. Alrighty, this hand looks a lot more reasonable. We've got enough sigils to play anything we draw early on. Real quick, let me respond to this text. Start off with our banner. Sauropod Wrangler could immediately Lightning Storm that away. Do I want to wait for one more turn? I think waiting one more turn here could be pretty reasonable. The other play would be wait to Lightning Storm in conjunction with Scepter of Nobility and clear off a bigger creature with that. Either way, I'm not going to play Argenport Stranger just yet here. Alright, units have Endurance and potentially a Stranger here. That would be good. No, nothing. Alrighty. Let's play a Stranger for us. Maybe could have played... it doesn't matter. I've got another Primal Sigil in hand, so I can play whatever I draw regardless here. Alright, Striped Arachnodon and no swing. Let's see if we can get him. Worth a shot. We'll look for another weird scenario where we can make something funky happen here, though. Yeah, so... if I use the Scepter of Nobility here to just take out Sauropod Wrangler, then I'm left double blocking one of their big creatures while the other creature takes out my Scepter. Could also play Aerial Ace before I do any of this. It doesn't seem super productive. Scepter might also be able to kill off something. I'm going to go for attacks here and see what happens. Perfect. I felt like my opponent might be willing to make that block this turn, and the reason that they did is because last turn they were playing around a trick. This turn they were playing around the potential of 2 combat tricks, which is just a lot less likely to happen from their perspective. Let's make this a little piggy. That's a big enough creature. A creature that my opponent spends 6 mana on. That seems worth turning into a pig, but holy moly, we got a 6/6 here. Alrighty. I'll play a 2/3 and stop this little piggy, but we're going to be dead in 3 hits from Frontline Cyclops here. So still have to find an answer to that. It is reckless, which means if I can draw like a 4/4, then we do have an answer to it. Lightning bolt withstanding. Might just scepter this and attack them. Yeah, I don't see this really getting any other value, and this at least allows us to get in there for 2. A refresh. Alright, well, I'm glad I used my weapon first, because now I can keep this back to block the little piggy. And they've used up their refresh, so they won't have it for the giant, at least. So basically, I'm looking for a +6/+6, or... Oh, holy moly, that's really bad. Yeah, I think all my opponent has to do is A-space, I chump block the Cyclops and die. So that's round 2. Alrighty. Not doing super hot here. I don't think this deck was that great, but... yeah, no, this is about where I'd put this deck at 03. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Spell Shield Architect. Turn 6 Bolt Crafter Shaman. Yeah, this deck's just missing a lot in order to come together, but we'll give this hand a shot here. One second, guys. Alright, let's just play our Primal Sigil and hang on to Lightning Storm here. And hope that maybe we can get 2-for-1 value out of it if they play a Stranger or 2-drop here. Looks like no dice. Could play Spell Shield Architect. I'm going to hang on to Lightning Storm for one more turn. Perfecto. Not going to Violent Gust that. We shall just Lightning Storm away the board. That's all I needed. Just a little bit more value there. Just a little tiny bit more value. 2/2 flyer. That is fine. I guess let's give this Aegis. That sounds pretty good. So a Stalwart Shield next turn will stop the Storm Glider in the tracks temporarily. Can't beat that, though. Can't beat the quick draw. Now my Stalwart kind of want to block this Oni Striker instead. Kind of wants to block. I think just for mana efficiency, I go for Aerial Ace here. I can double block with both of my creatures on the Oni Striker. I don't really want to do that. We have Violent Gust for the Storm Glider at any point, though. And we can even make it deal 7 damage to a flying unit to destroy a dragon or something. Yeah, this is tricky because the Stalwart Shield obviously gives us a lot better blocks here. We then just have a flying Aegis creature. They're not really going to get by that. They might pump this up to attempt to trade here, at which point we would just take it, Violent Gust it next turn, or trade it off with Aerial Ace. Alright, let's do this. Smack for 5. And then have our 2/4 on defense here. Funny, all of my opponent's cards so far still continue to die to Lightning Storm. So we probably would have won this game if we just played a turn 10 Lightning Storm or something. Do they have an Overwhelm? A Pummel. Shoot. Alright, well, we couldn't really play around that much. Playing around any type of burn spells with those blocks, and I think that's about as best as we could do. Another Storm Glider. Okie dokie. So I think I go Sparring Partner and Violent Gust here. But I guess I don't Mentor. I just double block the Oni Striker, and then I Violent Gust whichever guy they pump up. I think that's right. Now, if they play a dragon or something crazy like that, we could be in a little bit of trouble. Let's go for the double block there. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a problem, but let's take this out for now. And at the very least, we've stabilized on life totals. Once we play Boltcraft or Shaman, I guess that's going to finally stop Oni Striker from attacking. This represents more damage this turn, the Storm Glider, so let's just play Aerial Ace to try to trade with that. Play Boltcraft or Shaman. Still need to draw 2 more Justice Influence, even. Yep, they're just A-spacing after they activate, so let's block here. Take 3. And then play a 2/6. So our guy dies to Torch, but I think we have to block. Mortar. Okay. That's pretty good. Never seen an Oni Striker deal so much damage. That was a pretty good Oni Striker there. It's going to be not great. Well, at the very least, this draft is going to be over, and we are going to be able to jump into another one here. I'll go down to 2 life points. And, okay, we got a game. We got a game. Seven. We're dead if they ever draw a creature and we don't. There's a creature. And we don't. No, that's an Inspire. There's a few good draws still left for this. Argenport Stranger, okay. That survives us. We can block here and here. And it also means that we are very close to being able to play Elias. Flash Freeze, though, stunning that, and then a Frostkin to finish off stunning that. They'll be able to put us to -9 here, and that's all she wrote for this horrible, horrible deck. All right, let's get out of here. Let's draft again, and see if we can make anything better happen. Now, we did get 2 legends, so that's worth something, but yeah, not the best results there. Like I said, we've got a lot of gold to spend here, so let's see if we can spend it on some new cards here. Strangers get +2/+2. I do like that. 5 mana 4/4 lets you play a bunch of strangers, and then dinosaurs get +1/+1. That seems also pretty sweet. Which of these things do we want to do? You know what? I'm going to go for the more battle-tested option here, and pick up the Stranger strategies. Do really like Archive Curator, and then we also see 1 Stranger in the pack. Definitely don't need something like Zenin Banner when we're drafting Strangers. Question is, do we want to just move in on Strangers immediately and also pick up a sweet animated card, or just take Archive Curator, which is definitely going to be the more powerful card? I think I'm going to go for Archive Curator. I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem picking up Strangers, especially off-colored ones. Icequake is really good here. Peacekeeper's Prod's probably just okay. I think I'm going to go for Amber Ring and just give us another sweet late game card here. Or not another, maybe the first one, because Battle-Tested Stranger is kind of an aggressive card. Valkyrie Linebreaker, I like the colors that it's in. It's that or Argenport Stranger. I think I'm going to take Argenport Stranger. Yeah, it seems fine. I don't want to play more 8-costing cards. They're just so expensive. I do really like Awakened Sentinel and keeps us in mono time. Guess we'll pick up a Dinosaur here. Love Avarex Familiar. Nothing else is really too great here either, so Avarex Familiar it is. Noble Firemane is pretty sweet. Probably better than Viper's Bite. And I'm not sure what other color we want to be in yet. So Fire could be just as reasonable as any of our other options here. Units get Quick Draw. I don't know if I love that. I'll take it. I don't think we're going to play it, though. Yeah, these are all pretty miserable cards. Alright, Oblivion Spike is neat. Rakano Stranger is a stranger. Excuse me one second. Okay. So Oblivion Spike's really fun. Rakano Stranger is a stranger. And Initiate of the Sands kind of leads us into the ramp strategy, though we're not really employing that heavily. Battle-Tested Stranger is our most expensive card, and that is not really that expensive of a card here. But to pick up Rakano Stranger so early seems so silly. You know what? I'm going to go with Static Bolt, I think. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. I think that's the most powerful card. And woo, baby, did we get a payoff card. That is pretty fortunate. False Prince would also be a really sweet card for this deck. But I'm going to go all in on the Strangers here and see what we can do with that. No Strangers in this pack other than Merciless Stranger, which we could potentially splash off Argenport Stranger. But I think I'd rather almost take Bold Adventurer over Merciless Stranger. As much as I said we're going to go all in, I think I'm pretty happy here picking up a Zenin Guardian. That is a pretty sweet card. We do see an on-color Stranger here, though, in this pack. And that is a little bit more up my alley. And I think I will take this one over Zenin Guardian. Can probably hide Firemane at this point. We'll see. If I get enough just incidental Fire Strangers, then maybe we can put it back in the deck. But for right now, let's just take Combri Stranger and try to go off with that. Maybe we wind up splashing Shadow? I don't know. Flash Freeze is like pretty mediocre. Cloud of Ash is probably the most powerful card here. I'll take Cloud of Ash. Maybe there's a universe that we play it and we get enough splash cards for it. So Elysian Banner to help splash Fortunate Stranger and Static Bolt, or another good card to splash for. I think I'm going to take Elysian Banner. I think we're going to be okay on 2-drops, since I'll be happy to play any Strangers I find. Beast Caller's Amulet is pretty sweet. Backlash is also kind of cool. Then Rakano Banner to maybe help splash the Cloud of Ash. The Rakano Banner is just as good as a Fire Sigil at this current point here. Beast Caller's Amulet is good on Avarex Familiar, Archive Curator. I don't see playing any of these other cards. Let's just take that. Second Sight, though, does seem reasonable enough. If we get any Echo cards, we can go ahead and play this. Smuggler's Stash, the double splash. I don't know about that. Predator's Instinct, maybe. Don't know about that one either, but I'll take it. And I'll take a camel too. I don't know. Not super excited with most of these cards. Oni Ronin and Loyal Watchwing, both good. What color are we more likely to play? I guess we're more likely to play red. But I'm not going to splash for Oni Ronin, whereas I would splash for Loyal Watchwing. So, I guess I'll take that. Another Flash Freeze as well. Let's cut some cards here just to get a slightly better idea of what we're actually looking at. So this is what we're actually looking at right now. And I don't know, might just take another Stranger here. Could also take Awakened Sentinel, grab another one of those. That is not the worst idea in the world. Oh, I didn't even see there was a Praxis Stranger here. That seems pretty good. That's actually exactly what we're looking for, is Praxis and Skycrag Strangers to potentially try to splash the Cloud of Ash and Dustblind while also giving us relevant influence. Could take a Skycrag Banner. Don't really like Humbug Swarm. Doesn't make Strangers. Yeah, I'll take Skycrag Banner. Cobalt Ring is mediocre. Could take a Pack Hunt for late game. Just try to draw a bunch of cards with Fortunate Stranger, flood the field, and then Pack Hunt and A-Space. I think that could work. I don't think that this is that bad of a card just in general. I think Auric Vigilante is a cool card, though not in any of our colors, so yeah, let's take that. I'm not really gaining any life. I guess I'll take another Skycrag Banner for a potential splash of Cloud of Ash. Sure. Well, this Cloud of Ash splash would now be completely free if I want to take another Skycrag Banner, but I think I just like another Striped Arachnodon. Just take a 4-mana 4/4. This is kind of a beatdown deck. We're just trying to curve out. Yeah, there's some synergistic things going on, but if we just play Striped Arachnodons turn after turn and then play Pack Hunt, I think that also just wins the game. So let's try to look at that option as well. This hits the enemy player, draw a card. We're definitely not going to be getting the unblockable mode out of this, but maybe still Champion of Mystery, 6 mana 7/7 could be okay. We have one Argenport, one Combray Stranger, so we're not really splashing the Shadow that easily. And if we're not splashing it that easily, I don't know how much I want it. Might even just want Skyrider Vanguard or Pack Hunt, and I think I'm going to go for the Vanguard. We still have the potential to pick up some flyers in the future. This red splash is so free at this point. We just have to find any red cards to splash. Once per turn, you may pay 4 to deal 1 damage to the enemy player for each power card in your void. No thanks. I'll take another Stranger. Pummel seems fine. It is a completely free splash, so we'll take it here. Warp. Double red. Guess I could take another Dustblind. I'm not sure. Spark Quick Draw seems pretty mediocre, as does Envelop. I'm not going to play either of them. Not going to play Hidden Shiv. So, we'll see. Deranged Dinomancer. That card is pretty cool, though. Yeah, Dinomancer seems sweet in this deck. Could also take a Stormlings now pretty easily. We're pretty heavily into Elysian, at least I think. But Deranged Dinomancer seems good. It is double primal, but still seems good. Amber Acolyte is fantastic when you're trying to splash cards, but when the best card that you could possibly ever play is already in your colors, I guess I will just take Pillar of Amar. And you know what? All this Stranger stuff seems a little bit weird now because we just have a great deck regardless. But the Fortunate Stranger is going to allow us to draw into Pillar of Amar a little bit easier. I think we're going to not focus on splashing the red at this point. I am going to take Teriach Hatchling here. It's really good with Skyrider Vanguard, and it's also a use for our second sight here as well. So passing Felon Stranger, Praxis Displacer, and nothing else really of note. Terryx Hatchling is really, really quite good. We do have a 7-drop and some 6-drops, so Amber Monument isn't at its best, but you know what? It's still a 5-mana 5/5 Overwhelm. So that still seems really good to me. Tower Top Patrol, Teleport, also pretty good. And so I think we will grab a Teleport here. Then we have a Levitate. We could splash for Feeding Time. But Levitate seems like it is probably the best card here. We don't really need any 2-drops. We're not really hurting for any 2-drops at this point. Even though I don't think we'll play all of these Strangers, maybe. Though, you know what? Maybe we just will. Maybe we just will. But I think Levitate, just draw a card, make our deck 1 card smaller, is where we want to be. I'm going to rare draft the Cloud Snake Saddle. And then I definitely have 4 of both of these, right? Yeah. None of these cards excite me at all. Let's just take and cut a Zenin Cultist. Yeah, just continue to rare draft here. And cut all these cards that we pick. And the last pick, Accelerate. We won't be playing that either. Let's see. Did we get any red cards worth splashing? I'm going to say no. Maybe we play... that's not true. I mean, we could just play Cloud of Ash. The card is powerful enough, and if the splash looks free enough, which I think it actually is, then I think playing it is not unreasonable. Yeah, I think playing Cloud of Ash seems pretty good in this deck. There's also Noble Firemane. Huh. Nah. I don't think we need to. So we've got to cut not that many cards. We could actually just go ahead and play that. Oh, I did put Magma Javelin in the deck as well. Oh, we do need to cut Twilight Raptor and Accelerate. So let's see if there's any other cards. Looks like we are going to have to go back in the deck and add some more cards. We took a bunch of off-color cards. Okay, that's fine. We will just definitely be splashing Cloud of Ash and Magma Javelin then. And seeing what else we can find. We also have Amber Ring for the late game. I think this deck's pretty sweet. It's both aggressive and has the ability to grind out a late game like no one's business. Let's see what Justice cards we have to offer as well. You never know. Beastcaller's Amulet, I don't think so. Noble Firemane, though, I think we will play. I don't think we're going to wind up playing Amaran Camel. But I could be convinced otherwise if we really need to. There's also Predator's Instinct. Don't think we're going to use that one either. And then we could just splash something like Burning Glaive, Pit Fighter, Pummel. I don't know, not sold on any of those cards. This is a 30-card deck, which means 18 lands, 18 and a half lands with Amber Monument. But you know what? We have Pillar of Amar, which is super expensive. Yeah, I would like to throw in just like another Levitate or something into this deck. That would be great. Just make it 1 card smaller without really having to make it 1 card smaller. We could throw in a Hidden Shiv. Just try to draw through it. We've got a lot in the way of fire influence generation. So maybe that's not crazy. I don't like Accelerate. Yeah, maybe the Shiv is just what the doctor ordered. Just make the deck 1 card smaller. Alright, I like it. I like it. Let's play the Shiv. I didn't think we ever would, but let's play the Shiv. I think that's way too many fire sigils here. I think we'd rather another Primal Sigil. We do have double Primal for Deranged Dinomancer here. Is 2 Fire Sigil even too much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, 7 sources. We definitely want to make sure we never have to actually draw Hidden Shiv. We want to warp that card every single time, or it's pretty embarrassing. I'll even put it on my opponent's creatures if it lets me. I'm not sure if this game lets you do that, though. But yeah, let's give this a shot here, then. And yeah, just big Elysian with a few dinos and a whole bunch of strangers. forget how many pack hunts are in this deck as well. I'm going to take another look at it. Can't remember if I have 1 or 2. 1 pack hunt. Do I own a second pack hunt? Or have access to a second pack hunt, I should say? I do not. Alright. So the deck's perfect. Couldn't have built it any better. Let's go, baby. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Alright, so this hand has 2 primal and 1 time influence. It also has the Hidden Shiv. We're going to see Hidden Shiv and Cloud of Ash in every opening hand, by the way. Just so you guys know. Just so you guys know. That's too funny. So I play, for those that you guys don't know, I play a lot of Praxis Owl Vault in Constructed. And I play a singleton Cloud of Ash in that deck. My opponent and I pretty much made the same play. Played an off-color Stranger on turn 1 here. I don't really like my opponent having Strangers. Sure. It's a pretty free attack for them, too. There we go. That's the perfect draw. Oh, you can also second sight and put this back on top of your deck. That's not better than just putting a hatchling back on top of your deck, but interesting to note, nonetheless. So unfortunately, my opponent having some Strangers makes it pretty awkward for me to play one of the battle-tested variety. I guess I want a second sight here just to put the hatchling back on top of my deck. Yeah. See what we draw first. Oh, sweet. Drew some Praxis Strangers. That is pretty good. That means that we can double block one of my opponent's creatures, or just hang out, take 6 points of damage, next turn play a battle-tested Stranger and have 2 4/4s, be able to either double block this Tireless Stranger, which will then be a 5/5, or just battle and eat Zenin Destroyer. But yeah, this Praxis Stranger is worth a little bit too much for me right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just take this damage. I could have, I guess, threatened the potential to double block, but I guess my opponent knows I would have blocked this here anyways, too. So now I think I actually go Hatchling Stranger just to be able to double block Fledgling and double block Destroyer. Then I'll worry about battle-tested Stranger later. Yeah, this saves us the most life points here. I will also double block Tireless Stranger if they send that in as well. Alright, that's going to kill one of my flyers, making things a little bit more difficult for us here. So let's double block Tireless. We're going to take 6 damage, drop to 10. But I'm only going to lose 1 Stranger, and then I will be winning on the Stranger front. And I do have another Hatchling to back us up here. Yeah, so if I just play Battle-Tested Stranger, that stops all my opponent's attacks. Let's swing for 2 in the air. And then just play a 4/4, make my other guy a 4/4. Make them regret trading in their 3/3. I'm sure they've got some more tricks up their sleeves, though. They are playing an Argenport deck. Nope, no tricks up their sleeve. Let's go ahead and eat their Lifelinker, and now I get to play another Hatchling this turn and attempt another double block maneuver, but they're going to have another one immediately to follow that up. That's a little bit scary. Not sure there's anything I can do against that. Let's go ahead and send with a 4/4. And play some guys to be able to try to double block. All right. We've got only a few turns here to find an answer to the Denouncer. really just this one turn, right? Alright, it's not a horrible draw, because it means I can make a 1/1 token. Alright, let's just send with this again. Alright, so we can take one more hit now in the air, and then we've got to find an answer. My opponent attacks with this 6/4. I guess I will just chump block with an Explorer. But I knew by attacking. Yeah, I guess Predator's Instinct makes me look pretty silly here, right? I just kind of wanted something that would make the deck a little bit smaller. Yeah, we can go. You know, I probably just devalue Predator's Instinct, or don't value it highly enough, I should say. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. There's no way my opponent's going to not attack with their guy in the air. But you know what? That is a good idea. Let's take out the Shiv and put in Predator's Instinct. I like that idea a lot. Because Shiv is... I thought it would be funny to play Shiv, but I think I forgot about Predator's Instinct. Or maybe I said it. I definitely do just undervalue that card. But it is a kill spell when we're playing a deck with so many big creatures like we have here. This deck has a lot of 4/4s, so Predator's Instinct is going to make a good removal spell for flyers in this deck. You need to draw Archive Curator there. That would have been the best draw in my deck for sure. So his hand has one Primal Sigil. His hand looks good. His hand looks good. We have to make a choice between when we want to play this Amber Monument here. I think we're going to play it turn 1. We either play it turn 1 or we play it turn 3 and don't play Amber Ring. I'll try playing it turn 3. We'll see what happens. I don't think not being able to activate this turn 5 is that much of a downside. So basically, I want to make sure we're slamming Zenin Guardian. And this gives us a decent amount of time to try to draw another influence here. So I think I like this play. It's a 5/5 that you get. So that's a pretty big benefit. All right, well, now I actually have a different turn 3 play. So I can go ahead and run these guys out and wait until turn 4 to play Amber Monument. So if I draw a Sigil, I'll be playing the Sigil and Zenin Guardian. If I don't, I am just going to play Amber Monument here. Not to waste too much time. It's like Sandstorm and eat my flyer. Alright. That's fine. Trade a card for a half a card here. Not the worst thing in the world. This guy does do a pretty good job at stopping our Amber Ring as well as we move later into the game. I was trying to think, like, I guess attacking with Praxis Stranger, especially into a potential Sandstorm, is totally free. Alright, Pack Hunt is now our late game card, and I think we're going to appreciate having played that Amber Monument now. So now we just want to be able to Amber Ring wherever possible. I'm probably going to choose to play Amber Ring this turn instead of playing Argenport Stranger if I don't draw a Sigil. Alright, since I drew a Sigil, I can go ahead and do both. And that's where we end. At 8 mana, we can Endurance the Guardian. Uh-oh. We got an Amber Ring battle, boys. And Predator's Instinct, I guess, means the Hatchling is going down. It's actually not a incredibly scary use of Predator's Instinct. Can actually smack for 5 here. I will take it. Smack for 5, play a stranger, get a 1/1, and pass the turn. Yeah, Pack Hunt is going to be really, really good with this ring. Already, we have... I mean, it depends how many guys they're leaving back to block each turn. I'm assuming that the Nightblade is going to attack every turn. Where's that going? Oh, that's going on the 1/5. That makes a lot of sense. That's going to stop the Zenin Guardian from attacking completely. Oh, baby! Let's get battle tested. So they can triple block Zenin Guardian. I think we're okay throwing away our Zenin Guardian at this point. I didn't really even have to attack with the Explorer. I just kind of got excited. Yeah, I just got a little bit excited. But we'll still get to smack them for 7 here. I think they will probably eat up that Explorer. And hitting them for 7, I am more than happy with. We only threw away 1 point of damage next turn by not being able to Cloud of Ash and getting him with that 1/1. But, yeah. I pulled the trigger on that one a little bit fast. I was excited, I'm not going to lie. It is definitely good to be able to... I'm pretty sure Battle Tested Stranger was our first pick. So it's good to have, or to see that get rewarded here. Attacking with 2 dudes. I have no reason to block anything, but I'm very curious what's happening here. Maybe they've got a quick shot, or maybe they've got... I'm not sure. No reason to block, of course. Oh, maybe they just attacked with it because it would have to chump block if it did anything else. All right, let's Cloud of Ash in A-Space. Sounds good. That's game 2, baby. Just like we drew it up. 1 of each influence as well. At least 2 Justice influence, and we're not even playing Justice. There is the first step towards our Tactician progress as well. All right, now we're winning. I think this deck is actually pretty good, especially with Instinct instead of Shiv. Maybe that'll make it a little bit better too. Shiv or Instinct, both not good in this hand. Let's ship him back. This hand looks great though. We can even delay the Praxis Stranger here. We can even delay until we have Fortunate Stranger on the battlefield. Yeah, the play's got potential. We'll see what happens. Oh, I definitely should have played a Time Sigil there first, right? Maybe it doesn't matter. Playing against a Hooru deck, as we all know, Hooru decks suck. Think let's just be not greedy. Think being not greedy will be beneficial. We don't want to just get run over. Okay, they are going to make their deck entirely out of flyers now. But even that's not bad. We can still trade our Praxis Stranger for Cobalt Acolyte. So we still get some value there doing that. Averex Familiar means next turn we get to go Teriach Hatchling Second Sight. I don't know what's going on. I got some kind of speech problems going on today. Sweet, and we stop them from attacking, which means they are all done. They don't have any combat tricks. We've stopped them. This card did not need to be a 1/2, I don't think. I think that card was plenty powerful as a 1/1 flyer. They're going to Backlash? No, they're going to Wisdom. Okay, that makes sense. Straptoractodon and Praxis Stranger. Let's go ahead and put, I guess, Fortunate Stranger back on top of our deck. We'll play it next turn. And then let's just play Noble Firemane. So next turn we get to start rolling with strangers here. What is their 5-mana card? We're going to see a 4/4 flyer. Pretty likely that we see a 4/4 flyer here, I think. No, a 3/3 flyer. Well, that I can handle much, much easier. Let's draw some cards. There we go. There's a way to deal with it. Can also deal with it if we draw Predator's Instinct. Again, great call there, T278. That was, that's definitely the correct card in this big-time deck. So they will still have another backup flyer. Let's draw a card first because getting to hit our land drops for Pillar of Amar sounds fantastic. Ooh, could also play some hatchlings. I think let's go ahead and knock down the Hooru Fledgling for the time being. Yeah, and then next turn, we can just play 2 Teriach hatchlings if we do not draw a land. And we'll have to end the turn there, though. Opponent on mono flyers. Pretty crazy how many flyers they've gotten. We do need to start attacking soon, which we'll hopefully be able to do. Alright, well, we can attack with, like, a stranger here. Can't get too many attacks in, though. Alright, this is going to gain Aegis, or are they going to go for Aegis on the Revenger? Once I can actually attack in a little bit more, even. Oh, never mind. They still have this guy. So I think I'm going to play a 4/4 and a Teriach hatchling. Teriach... This card's tough to say. I'm not just having speech problems. Normally I can say this card, but Teriach's hatchling. It's just a little bit of a tongue twister. So yeah, let's play a 4/4 and a hatchling here. I'll play the Pillar of Amar the same turn I can empower it, but I don't think there's any reason to put anything else into it. And yeah, let's just attack with this guy. We do also have to keep in mind the ability to counter swing my opponent. Like if they A-space, we can probably just take the damage and then pack hunt and kill them. So we do have to keep that in mind every combat here. But for now, like, so we could trade away both of these guys, but then we're throwing away 7 points of damage on our own side of the battlefield. And we're also opening up the ability for my opponent to attack him with both of these creatures. I could take the hit this time, then play another hatchling next turn. Alright, that seems reasonable enough as well. Let's take the hit this time. Play another hatchling. Actually, I think I'm just going to play Pillar of Amar here regardless. Oh, there we go. Alright, well, I am now no longer going to just play Pillar of Amar this turn. I'm going to play hatchling, and we are going to levitate our Striped Arachnodon to draw a card and use a kill spell. Levitate is so great when you can jump up and eat a flying attacker. Looks great to me. That is not a land, unfortunately, but you know what? It is still a 5/5 in its own right. My opponent has a lot of Aegis going on. Pretty crazy. Pretty silly over there. I probably want to do more attacks. I think I got a little bit ahead of myself there. But oh, I can even Noble Firemane. That's a lot of mana, though. Let's just attack with Stranger and Firemane. And then let's play a 5/5. My opponent doesn't block on those attacks because they think, oh, well, maybe I can counterattack back. Right now, if they were to attack, they'd only hit us for 3. They would need some big plays to do that. I think I am going to make this trade, though the fact that they're attacking probably means they wish to play another flyer post-combat. Let's just go like this. I can afford to take one to gain a little bit more information. Oh no, they have a Sparking Yeti. Okay, so I got a little bit punished. They get to draw a card for free. Battle-Tested Stranger. Well, this will draw me a card as well, so let's play Battle-Tested Stranger. Static Bolt seems reasonable. We get to clear off this Crafty Yeti before we attack. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Now my opponent has no flyers back to block, so we can actually get pretty greedy with these attacks here. Yeah, I think next turn all we have to do is cast Pack Hunt and we win. Do they have a quick spell for us? Eileen's Fate, or Eileen's Choice, destroy our Reinarch. That's fine. Still have a lot of monsters coming in. They're going to trade off there. They're going to double block the Stranger. Yep. All right, so we will trade off with the Stranger and hit them for, what is that, 8 damage? Putting them down to 11. Sounds good to me. Probably should have just swung with the Avarax Familiar as well. East Wind Herald. All right, I think all we have to do is play Pack Hunt and attack. I'm not going to do the math. I'm just going to do it. Let's see. Yeah, that is more than enough. That is 17 damage coming in. And that also means that we are now officially a Time Warrior, one step closer to being a Tactician. Again, I'll open up all of these packs at the end of the stream. No packs there, unfortunately. But we'll have at least 35 packs by the end of the stream, I imagine. You know what? If we don't, just so that it's not a clickbaity title, I will buy another booster pack just to make sure that we've got a 35th pack there. And, I mean, I'm not going to ship a hand with a hatchling in it. And then we can even start Dinomancing and Pack Hunt. Yeah, this hand seems great. This hand seems great. Alright, let me just check my texts real quick here, guys. Sorry. Alright, looks like that's getting taken care of. And then... that's fine. Wow, Battle-Tested Stranger as well. That's pretty great. Yeah, this hand is super powerful all over the place. Just have to not mess it up. Might even just want to start Dinomancing my hatchlings, because my Strangers are already going to be 4/4s. Can also use Dinomancer defensively. I can turn this 5/5 into a 3/3. Is it worth playing Amber Monument depleted? No, I think I'm just going to start turning my Strangers into dinosaurs. Or start trying to. We're close enough to Amber Monument that I think I might be able to just cast it next turn. My opponent was just able to, obviously. Mithril Mace to clear my Deranged Dinomancer. That stinks for sure, especially because we don't have the hatchling power to clear this Mithril Mace. I'm going to have to take this damage here. Alright, so at the very least, we do get to play Battle-Tested Stranger here and threaten clearing this weapon. Yeah. Alright, they're going to chump block to save their weapon. The weapon's only going to be able to take out the hatchling and then we've got the means to stop the Bone Picker unless they just start paying 5. Alright, so we'll take the damage here. We can also now double block this 5/5 on the following turn with both of my strangers. So I think we've stabilized the ground here. How do we want to... Yeah, let's go Hatchling Stranger. Makes our draws worse if we draw an Elysian dude. That's also a little bit bad for us, too. Yeah, we drew the Fortunate Stranger. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but we've got bigger problems. We need to draw Predator's Instinct or a Silencer quickly. What happens if we draw 14, 17? Nah. So if we draw... Levitate was 1 turn too late here. We can still survive. Alright, let's play Noble Firemane. If they attack, we want to double block the Reinarch and then put blocks and blocks and blocks. Okay, so no other attacks will happen here. They could probably A-space pretty comfortably here. Let's jump this up. Do they have a kill spell for us? No, looks like they don't. So we want to kill this, I believe. Yeah, that'll probably buy us more turns. Chump, chump. Safe return. Yeah, that worked out fine. That worked out fine. I guess it still means we die next turn. Yeah, we still die next turn. All right. Nothing else I can do here. Just A-space and concede. One second. Sorry. A lot of stuff going on tonight. Just want to make sure all my plans are set. Alrighty. Basically, for those that, well, I got a few different things going on. This hand looks great, though. And we are on the play. We'll have a turn 2 Noble Firemane. Turn 3, we can play Amber Monument. If we want, I think we're going to not want. Excuse me. Can't play our Dinomancer anytime soon. But other than that, we'll be able to dump out everything else here. Well, that's a great draw, too. That means we can play Amber Monument and the Deranged Dinomancer. We do have to do a break this turn and not play anything. I will trade off Noble Firemane with Argenport Stranger here, I think. It's a little tricky. What if they play a banner on turn 2? Okay. it's tricky because they do have Striped Arachnodon. But especially if they have combat tricks or something, I want to get them out of their hand right now. Looks like they don't have anything in the way of a combat trick, though. And we still get to block and eat up a Zenin Destroyer. And then turn 5, I'll play Amber Monument. Turn 6, I'll try to play Dinomancer alongside the Argenport Stranger. That guy's got to attack. Send him in. Let me eat him. Let me gobble him up. An interesting strategy. You're going to need to attack with that Reckless guy, my friend. Ravenous Thorn Beast to eat it? Whoa! That is a pretty bold use of that card for sure. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Let's play 5/5. Guess you don't have to attack if you sack. Oh god, and they even had a Dark Wisp in hand they could have played instead. That is quite awkward. The thing is, Dinomancer's not great on this board because we don't have anything to Dinomance. You know what? Playing Dinomancer and keeping open Teleport seems like it could be right up my alley. I'll attack with this. Sure. Yeah. So I kind of want to try to double block the Thorn Beast, so that way, if they do have any combat tricks up their sleeve, we'll just get to send the Thorn Beast back to their hand. It does mean they'll be able to re-sacrifice. I could also save that. I'm going to hang on to the teleport, though, still. We've got ways to make plenty of dinosaurs here. So let's hope to draw an untapped land and start Dinomancing. Not quite. All right, let's play Zenin Guardian. Zenin Guardian, so we can try to leave open teleport for the Dinomancer. The only way that we'll stop caring about that if we draw the Pillar of Amar, then we'll just say, oh, okay, fuck it. Of course, we are in an awkward spot if they attack here, but yeah, they didn't attack last turn. Felt it pretty likely that they would not attack this turn either. Archive Curator seems like a good silence, but this also is one of the better uses of Static Bolt that we have. Okay, that's a good enough silence. Silence and ultimate. Not going to get greedy. This makes our board state better. Umbran Reaper. Okay, that also would have been a pretty good silence. I'm going to have to play Awakened Sentinel this turn. So, yeah, let's just play Awakened Sentinel. Oh, I didn't have to do it. There was an Averex Familiar on top of the deck. I didn't have to do it. If they kill our Archive Curator, then we get to Shiv and Familiar, so that is not the worst thing in the world. Oh, they didn't attack. Wowie. Okay. Well, you know what? Now I want to keep around my Archive Curator to continually block Valkyrie Denouncer. We're definitely playing Averex Familiar this turn. The question is, do I go ahead and use up this Static Bolt? So the other thing that's really interesting here, too, is Skyrider Vanguard. Yeah, I think I'm going to want to have used this. Though, I guess that would have been a reasonable thing to do. Is Static Bolt the 5/5? Alright, they tinker. And now we can start making dinos with teleport backup. So let's do that. Oh, and we can do that because of the Averex Familiar, not because of the Primal Sigil drawn this turn. I'm like, how do I have 7? I went from 5 immediately to 7, but that's because Averex Familiar is giving us +1 Maximum power. Harsh rule. That's a little bit annoying. What do I want to save? Dinomancer? I guess so. It's a little annoying, though. I got some pretty good value out of that. I lost like 5 creatures there. Alright, we'll make Skyrider into a Dino. And you know what? I'll even make their... Well, never mind, because it already came back. Oh, never mind, that's a Dino. Pretty sure, right? Yeah. That would deal way too much damage to us as a non-Dino. Ooh, that's really good. Alright, so now, yeah, we're gonna aggressively make their creatures into dinosaurs. I'm gonna take 5 here. Ooh, not even gonna make me. Sure, I have a Dino. Let's draw a card. We're gonna hang on to this sigil until we draw Pillar of Amar. And we're going to end the turn. So now everything that looks good is simply a Dino. Yeah, you become a Dino. I think I do want to Levitate, though. Levitate means I don't have to turn their guy into a Dino. I'm trying to think if I want to make my land drops or not. I think I'm going to hang on to my lands here. Strangers have Warcry, and I lost all my strangers. That's fine. I don't really have to care about Warcry because it can defensively make things into dinos. Worst case scenario. Oh, he gets to draw a card though too. Awkward. I forgot I'm not the only one playing strangers here. Could transform itself. Wait, do I have to? Oh, I have to. Did not realize that aspect. Huh. I mean, I guess this guy's already almost a dinosaur. Awkwardly, you draw your card first, and you know that you're going to have no plays this turn. Alright, so you eventually just have to turn himself into a dinosaur. And I guess that eventuality is now, because I haven't drawn super well. I really want to keep around my Fortunate Stranger. I mean, I guess I can turn this guy into a dinosaur. It means I take 5 this turn. But I get to keep around my Dinomancer for one more turn cycle here. And I'm going to play the Skycrag banner here, too. Really not drawing super well out of this. I think I have to stop and make my Dinomancer. No, we'll figure it out. I really just want to draw more strangers and make those guys into dinos. Now I take 10 here. I think I actually lose if they just start attacking. But, yeah, we were waiting for that guy. I think they were waiting for that guy too. Alright, they're going to give themselves a 7/7, but it doesn't even matter. Oh, I see. Sure. was actually fine. We just trade 1 for 1 here. Oh, are they going to Finest Hour to trade us 2 for 1? Okay. So I might even just have to levitate right now, because I clearly have to change this into a dino here. And then I'm going to have to go block, block, take 13. So I'm going to need to play more cards. All right, let's draw a card end of turn. Jeez Louise. All right, but there's the pillar, finally. Let's make this into a 5/5. Then let's play 2 5/5s. So now we can block everything on the ground. Okay. We can block everything on the ground, and we're just going to take 3 damage in the air. We can afford to do that for a few turns. Let's Second Sight, try to draw some shit. Predator's Instinct means that we can kill that. Again, thank you very much, Tichu. Let's give this killer. Let's kill the flyer. And then let's continue to hit our land drops. Eventually, we'll be able to Cloud of Ash. And now I can breathe easy. I think we've stabilized. I think we've won this one. But man, that was scary. Not going to get too excited just yet, though. How many dudes do we need? We need 6 dudes total. Easy. Easy block. They just want their revenge, and I will give it to them. Okay, they also want to be able to extract that for the finish off. I'm fine with that. I'd rather keep my Fortunate Stranger. I don't care about no 5/5s. I got plenty of them. I'm going to wait till next turn till I start attacking with solo 5/5s here. Let's draw a card. Send with a dino into their horde of dinos. I think they will just trade off. Yeah, if they start trading off, I'm going to stop attacking. Whew. Archive Curator. All right, we are done with getting 5/5s. I only have 10 cards left in my deck. Uh-oh. I kind of want to Magma Javelin one of these Carnosaurs here, too. Means that I'm going to take damage from Archive Curator. Keep back 2 of my 5/5s. Thing is, I can't just A-space because then I'm dead to... Like, if I go Cloud of Ash, attack, then I'm dead to the +2/+2. I would also have to Magma Javelin this. That would still put me dead to +2/+2. Yeah, let's just attack with this for now. So I think that wins me the game. I'll just clear this off for now. And then if I can not block, I can Cloud of Ash A-space and hit them for 23. Argenport Soldier, that won't be enough to do it. Good game, my friend. They put me down to 7. I got a pair of hatchlings, which are good, but also unneeded. Cloud of Ash is enough to do them in. That was quite the game. Thought we were dead, thought we had it in the bag. A lot of back and forth there. That was a sweet one. Put him down to 1. Sweet game, Zoo Michaelis. That was sweet. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you're catching this highlight clip on YouTube, you can catch me live at twitch.tv/NoLucksGiven. And for those watching on stream, let's continue with the draft. That was quite the game. All right, Praxis Stranger into Skyrider Vanguard. Pretty mediocre hand, but I'm going to still go ahead and keep it We've got all of these sigils to play anything that we draw into here. Alrighty. Yeah, we could play Praxis, or we could play Noble Firemane here. I think I'm going to want to hang on to it and just play Praxis Stranger. Our main goal here is to get in with the Skyrider Vanguard. And looks like we don't quite get the Spark Trigger. Do I want to play a 2-1 Flyer? I think I'm just going to play Noble Firemane. I think we do really want this Spark Trigger here. What's up, Strax? How you doing, my friend? Sweet. Let's spark it up. Nice. No Lightning Strike either here. So all of our flying units, which is just the Skyrider Vanguard, get +1 attack. And we're just going to activate an attack here a few times. Oh, never mind. I'm going to play a creature rather than activate. Ooh, looks like we got something here. A mortar on our flyer, but that means no mortar on our Arachnodon. And we can start smacking in for 5 +3 next turn. I'm going to go ahead and play my creature again. It's been a pleasure. Looks like my opponent is not drawing super well here. We're just going to continue to beat their face in then. Sometimes that's all you got to do is just play a creature every turn, hope your opponent doesn't, and that'll be enough to win you the game. So that is 4 out of 5 games towards our Tactician. One more game and we'll start opening crystal chests, and we'll get an additional free gold chest here. And we will certainly be opening up at least 37 packs at the end of the stream here, which shouldn't be too long. Sand looks good. We are on the draw, so we won't be able to be quite as aggressive as we were last game. Whoopsie. Just dropping my phone, don't mind me. But we'll still get to be pretty aggressive here, I think. Just in terms of how much we get to fill off our curve and a second sight. That seems great as well. Turn 5, we get to go second sight into our second hatchling. After turn 4, we play Zenning Guardian. Alright, that's going to stop our attacks, unfortunately. Can we stop this guy from attacking? Looks like not this turn. Next turn, we'll stop it from attacking, though. Then we have Amber Ring for the late game, so pretty much have all of the tools here. I guess the only thing that we're really looking for at this point is maybe... Ooh, that's pretty good, too. That is quite good. Iron Sword. Now they have a 3/5 Warcry. No blocks. I think I am going to try to double block this guy. Yeah, Pack Hunt. That was the card that I was thinking about, actually. Amber Ring Pack Hunt is a really good combo. Let's play Zenning Guardian. I will attempt to double block here. I won't block the Granite Acolyte if that attacks, though. I don't think it will attack. Actually, maybe if Granite Acolyte attacks, I just block that and take 3. Do also have to hit a land drop so that I can hatchling for free next turn. Ooh, that's a big boy. They've got a 6/6 now. Warcried weapons going on the creature that Warcried is pretty scary. We'll take 6. Really looking for a teleport. That would be one of the best draws in our deck at this point. And Terrex Hatchling is now going to stay back on defense. I guess we'll play Avarax Familiar. That makes more sense than... oh, you know, yeah, we get to play second sight as well, so this all works out here. No reason to second sight just yet. We can always levitate Zenning Guardian. which I kind of like the idea of. We also do have the means to, like, triple block Auric Sentry right here. Oh, I don't have to levitate the Guardian, because Familiar can block here, and then we can go triple blocks on Sentry, which I think we do have to do at this point. We'll worry about Amber Ring making us have enough dudes for Pack Hunt here. But yeah, let's just Familiar block on Watchwing and triple block here. We could get blown out. I'm not sure if we really have any other options at this point in the game. Alright, my opponent clearly has something because the game didn't just automatically do battle. No, it did. Cool. Okay. Hesitant, but mostly happy with how that turned out. Hatchling certainly going back on top of the deck. Dinomancer adds an interesting dynamic to all of this as well. Basically, I can Dinomancer and then Levitate for a double block on 4th Tree Elder, which will be pretty good at some point here. And Dinomancer plus Amber Ring is maybe more of a combo than anything else we could have asked for. I think I want to draw another land, though, so that I can start playing multiple spells in one turn. I don't think just playing one spell per turn is going to be that great. That is a lot of damage. All right, looks like we're chump blocking that next turn. If I make this into a dino, I can at least block it because it'll be on the ground. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage. Alrighty. Yeah, like I said, we can still just keep chump blocking it every turn. Yeah, they got a lot of Warcry this game. This is definitely scary. All we have to do is chump block this with 2 dinos, though, and we're good. I'm going to static bolt this. I think that's actually going to be beneficial here. Five damage to a unit without quick draw. Well, that'll kill that. Alrighty. What do we need now? Need a lot of things, I think. Let's make a dude so that we can levitate and chump block. Actually, I guess we don't have to levitate and chump block, but I think I want to, because I think I want this extra card off of levitate here. Unless I need the levitate. Is there a chance I need the levitate for the future turns? I think there's a chance I do just need this levitate coming up here. Double damage? Okay, they put it on this guy. That's a little bit more reasonable. Means I need to find a way to kill this thing, too. So we need to double block this next turn. Which I think means we want to keep around the hatchling. Throw away one of our mana here. Is 1 mana beneficial for 1 more turn? Lets us potentially use Pillar of Amar. Alright, I'm going to throw away Levitate. Go for the block here. So again, doing this so that way I can double block the High Branch Sentry here. Looks like I can regardless. And I won't have to throw away a flyer to do it. Yeah, let's hang on to the Time Sigil. No clue how we get out of this one. I'm trying to rack my mind for what else is in this deck. Roosting Owl. Are they mentoring? They are on their big guy. Okay. I'll take it. That's one additional turn reprieve from these attacks here. It means that they're going to have another huge monster in their deck now, but, well, I'll take what I can get. Yeah, I need definitely some cards that just aren't in my deck at all. Spirit Cleave. Yeah, I need some cards not even in this game. All right, chump block in here. And the Rebuke does still mean I need another flyer as well. There's another flyer. No point. Alrighty. Spirit Cleave would be real good here. Kaleri is, of course, referring to a Soulforge card there. Do they have a Giant Growth? Looks like they do. No, they do not. I thought they did. Alright, preemptive good game there. Ooh, there's a teleport. That'll buy us a turn. They're not going to play anything pre-combat. Maybe they do. There's no way that's even relevant. I think I'm going to need every point of damage here, though. Yeah, let's teleport now. Just thinking, like, if I pack hunt... Wait, this might be possible. The thing is, they have 2 flyers now and an additional big creature on the way. Now they have us. Okay. Good game, my friend. Now they have us. Yeah, I was thinking, like, maybe pack hunt, they block, and then we use Predator's Instinct to finish it off. But that really wouldn't have worked that well for us anyways, because they would have had another flyer. So let's claim these prizes here. 4 and 3. Not the worst, not the best. Alrighty, so there is our packs. Just figuring out my plans for after this. Apologies once again. We're going to open up these booster packs here, and just as a friendly reminder, if you are not already following me on YouTube, you can catch all of my past stream VODs there, as well as highlight videos, tutorials, and other sweet stuff like that I do. I play Eternal, Soulforge, Hearthstone, Duelist, and the Pokemon TCG, as well as Magic the Gathering Online. Almost forgot to mention that one. And those are all the main games that I play. Play a few other games, but those are my main ones, I'd say. And it's even Duelist and Pokemon I don't even think I've ever streamed, so it's hard to call those my main games. Mostly Eternal, Magic the Gathering Online, Soulforge, and a little bit of Hearthstone here and there. Also play a lot of Pokemon Go, but I haven't quite figured out the best way to incorporate that into my streams and YouTubes and stuff. But there's potential for that in the future. It would probably be like strategy-related videos, just talking about different game mechanics like breakpoints and things like that. More of an education corner than anything else. Only one legendary in all of these base set packs, and it was a Troll Cauldron. I've opened up so many of those. I definitely have a playset of Troll Cauldrons. I guess I can check to see if I have more than a playset pretty easily too, right? If I hit this button. Yeah, I guess I have one extra Troll Cauldron. All right, onto these packs, and immediately a legendary, Molat and Nakova. Not a crazy one. I've drafted it, I think, before, or you know what? Maybe I've even passed it in a draft. It's that good. But another legendary here, Roland's Fist, Silence All Enemy Valkyrie. That's news to me. I did not know that Valkyrie was a supported creature type, but I guess it's those, like, green flyers. I guess they're all Valkyrie. Yeah, the main things I'm looking for from the base set packs are, like, I think they're all... No, there's some legends, too. Bandit Queen, but mostly Argenport Instigator. I could use a fourth one of those, and I don't really like crafting blue rarity cards. I've crafted some, and I probably will craft an Argenport Instigator eventually. Yay, packs! We're almost done here. But I know people like it, so I tend to save my pack opening for the streams. It feels like a good way to finish off my eternal streaming is pack opening. Ooh, another legend. We've been pretty good on the legends. This card I do not know. +1 maximum power. Life Force, when you gain health, gain +1 maximum power. Ultimate is 20 to play the Tormentor, which is a 10 mana 8/8 flying overwhelm charge. Ah, I have seen the Tormentor. Okay. At the start of your turn, if the Tormentor is in your void, play a 1/1 Spiteling. And I don't remember what a Spiteling is, if it has any abilities. Not sure. Death Touch would be pretty crazy, but I don't think it has any abilities. But, yeah, this is a cool card, Mask of Torment. Cool little Life Force synergy, but, yeah, just kind of a control card for the life gain decks. A lot of times they tend to function as beatdown decks, but I can still see... I mean, I've definitely had the Tormentor come out in games against me, so I know it's doable. Card gets a lot better if those Spitelings have, like, absolutely any ability on them as well. Play 2 power cards from your void depleted. I don't think I've seen that card before, the play 2 power cards from your void depleted one. Strangers have Aegis, very cool. Rounding out the stream here. That'll be it for me today, guys. Again, thank you very much for watching. And if you are watching on YouTube, feel free to catch me live on twitch.tv/NoLucksGiven. That is going to be... Oops. That is going to be it for me. Spiteling deals... Yeah, I was going to say 12 damage is way too much. I didn't know if you mistyped or fat-fingered the 1 or the 2 there, but it deals 1 damage to the enemy, meaning it will deal... Yeah, it'll deal 1 damage to them. Your Spitelings deal 1 damage to them. That's pretty cool. That's pretty sweet all in all. Yeah, that is going to be it for me for today. I'm going to go catch a Raikou, and I will see you guys later. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. It means a lot. If you did enjoy the stream, also feel free to hit that follow button to be notified when I go live in the future. And there is a link to my YouTube channel in the panels in the info below. Just scroll down, hit info if you need to, and then, yeah, there's a link to my YouTube channel right there, and that will give you all the information that you need to see all that fun stuff. Thank you very much, Cleary. Hope you guys had fun watching as well, and I will see you later. Thanks, have fun, peace.